Hi everybody, welcome to the 30th annual Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival. Here's the cover, here's the issue that we put out this week. Got a lot of great stuff in it about hot sauces and the making thereof and the people who do it. And welcome to our first virtual, 30th actual but first virtual conference festival. And we're going to enjoy a lot of hot sauce and some music, and thanks, and take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Austin Chronicles Hot Sauce Festival. It is the 30th year for this world-famous festival. I'm Trey Elling. Normally, my day job is with 104.9 The Horn. It is Austin's sports talk station. I'm also the host of the Books on Pod podcast. But today, I'm your MC for the 30th annual Hot Sauce Festival. It's incredible to think back over everything that this festival has accomplished over the last 3 decades now. Annually, they get as many as 10,000 spectators and 350 different hot sauces competing to be crowned the best. More importantly, they actually help out the greater Austin area via the Central Texas Food Bank. Last year, more than 95,000 meals were arranged through donations, through people just having a blast at the Hot Sauce Festival. And although that isn't possible this year, at least in terms of in person, we wanted to do something online to add to that total. Because you know what? In almost 30 years now, we have 975,000 meals gained for the Central Texas Food Bank. That means we only need 25,000 more to crack that million mark, and we know we're going to do that today and then some. Before we let you know how you can do so today, wanted to thank our sponsors, those who are so responsible for helping to make this happen today. That includes Orange Theory, Real Ale Brewing Company, Central Market, Pure Gold Realty, Freestyle Language Center, and Rambler. And of course, the Central Texas Food Bank. You can donate now for the next couple of hours while the festival is going on through austinchronicle.com/donate. Anyone who does donate to the CTFB in the next couple of hours, you have access to some special perks from our partners, including Dose CBD, Lick Ice Cream, Rags Consignments, and more. Or maybe you want to buy some Hot Sauce Fest gear and help out the CTFB at the same time. You can do so through the Austin Chronicles website, austinchronicle.com/store, and a portion of those proceeds does go to the CTFB. Plenty to get to today. As you just heard Nick say, we have a lot of live music. Of course, that is a standard at the Hot Sauce Festival each and every year. And we do have music for you today. It's going to be brought to you by Real Ale's Vamanos Beer. We also have cooking demos, including with Camila Alves McConaughey. Yes, I said McConaughey. And we hear from our panel of judges headed by Chronicle food editor Jesse Cape as they taste some sauces. And of course, we will announce the winners at the end of today's program. Right now, though, we're going to kick things off by hearing from the Central Texas Food Bank President and CEO, Derek Chubbs.
Hi, I'm Derek Chubbs, President and CEO of the Central Texas Food Bank. In normal times, the food bank and our distribution network of local food pantries, mobile pantries, soup kitchens serve nearly 50,000 people each week in a 21-county area. But with so many of our friends and neighbors facing difficult times during this pandemic, we've seen an exponential increase in the demand for our services. And we've also had to make some drastic changes, totally revamping our food handling and distribution model in order to minimize the risk for everyone. As we work 24/7 to serve those in need through our normal channels, as well as serving special drive-through food distributions. We're feeding thousands of households at these events, with people lining up as early as 6 a.m. for a 9 a.m. event start. And while we're seeing an unprecedented number of people, the pandemic has also caused disruptions to our food supply chain, reduced food donations from retail groceries, forcing us to purchase more food and causing us to reinvent our food distribution model. All of these things cost money and have put a terrible strain on our financial resources. What we need right now is monetary donations. This allows us to buy exactly what food we need and when we need it. We're seeing an amazing outpouring of generosity from the community, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. So if you can, please donate to the Central Texas Food Bank today. This is Derek Chubbs, and from all of us from the staff, the board of directors, our volunteers, and partners here at the Central Texas Food Bank, please stay safe, be good to each other, and thank you so much for your continued support.
Thank you to Derek and the Central Texas Food Bank for everything that they do for our community. They've been at it for a long time now, and of course, with everything that we have been dealing with over the last 5 to 6 months, those food donations are needed as much as ever. Go to austinchronicle.com/donate to do so now during the Hot Sauce Festival. It's time for the first music of the day. No, it's not live. Technically, these guys did record, but we're still going to call it live music. And all of today's music is brought to you by Real Ale's Vámonos Gose. It's a tart, refreshing German-style wheat beer made with lime and salt. And our first band is Como Las Movies. They're an indie cumbia pop quartet who were a 2020 Austin Music Awards nominee for Best Performance by a Latin Band. What is indie cumbia pop, you ask? Well, you're about to find out with Como Las Movies.
Saludos, we're Como Las Movies. Truly happy to be here and be a part of the Hot Sauce Festival Virtual Edition 2020. I want to start off with a brand new single, Cumbia de los Monjes, of our latest 7-inch, which just came out a little more than a week ago on the freshest new label here in town, Tucha Soul Records. Cumbia de los Monjes is a song about a character who's obsessed with cumbia, much like us. A bailar se ha dicho.
la cumbia, por siempre, por siempre. Vamos a bailar. Que viva la cumbia, por siempre, por siempre.
This next tune is also on our new 7-inch vinyl record. It's an instrumental cover of a song called La Inconforme. Now the title of the song, La Inconforme, translates to someone who's dissatisfied. Lyrics in the song describe an individual who can't decide what to wear for a night out. It's something I feel we can all relate to, okay, no? It really is a fun song to play, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Sale. tuning in. And big thanks to the Chronicle, Hot Sauce Festival, and their sponsors. Really, really great to be here. It's a pleasure for us to be a part of this. Thank you so much for supporting live music and the artists in this town. Before our next song, I'd like to introduce the band. On drums and percussion, we have Juan Alfredo. Ted is on keys and vocals. On bass is the Jaguar. Rene is on lead vocal and guitar, and I'm Nelson. Our final song is called YPQSP. It's an acronym for a rather long title. Que disfruten.
Quiero dormir, quiero volar, repartir mil abrazos a ti, a vos, a mí, a Dios. Me quisiera ahogar en ti y tus besos, en ti y tu abrazo. Quiero morir, quiero vivir, resucitar mis memorias para ti, pa' mí, por fin. Me quisiera enrollar en ti y tus huesos, en ti y tu aliento. Este mar no va a decir, quién sabrá dónde resta. Algo sabes del calor. ¿Cuánto tiempo me darás? Empecemos por el fin. ¿Quién tú crees se va a fijar? Este mar nunca dirá. Quiero dormir, quiero volar, repartir mil abrazos a ti, a vos, a mí, a Dios. Me quisiera ahogar en ti y tus besos, en ti y tu abrazo.
Thank you to Como Las Movies, and also thank you to Real Ale's Vámonos Goza for all of the music that you hear today for the 30th annual Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival. have a ton of sponsors that we'll be thanking throughout today's broadcast. That includes Orange Theory, Real Ale Brewing Company, Central Market, Pure Gold Realty, Freestyle Language Center, and Rambler. And of course, this is all happening to benefit the Central Texas Food Bank. You can donate during the Hot Sauce Festival today and get some really cool perks by going to austinchronicle.com/donate. Trying to get over 1 million meals served through the Hot Sauce Festival in the 30-year history of this great experience. Only need 25,000 more meals today to make that happen. I know that you people can make it happen. So go ahead and donate now. austinchronicle.com/donate. It's time for the first judges panel today. We're actually going to meet some judges and watch as they taste various sauces. You'll also meet some of the judges throughout the afternoon. And this year's judging panel is consisting of, she's a staple of the judges each and every year. She is one of the premier authorities on food here in Austin. She is Jessie Cape, the Austin Chronicle's food editor. Also, Emily Burns, who is the Chronicle's client and PR marketing manager. Pretty much any good thing you see happening through the Chronicle out in the community, it is Emily's responsibility. We also have Alejandra Rodriguez. She is the founder of La Flaca ATX. Nahika Hillary, chef and owner of Creole Corner. Kristen Collins, who's the founder and owner of Fluff Menageries and more, and Lenny Dewey. She is an Instagram influencer and Asian food expert. Without further ado, ladies, take it away.
Welcome to 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival virtually this year. This is the judging portion.
Welcome, everybody. Super glad you're here. This is awesome. This is a great group. It's actually, it kind of worked out perfectly. I think that it's just ladies this year. It's the first year it's just ladies, which is kind of nice. We'll figure it out as we go. No one in the world's done a hot sauce festival online, I'll tell you that right now. So we're all in this together. All right, so let's get started. What we do, everybody has their chips, and so we're gonna start at CR01, which is the red section. Oh, Kristen, you're fancy. I'm just eating mine out of the bag.
I just figured that would be a lot of noise, so I put it in a bowl so that I could more quickly access them.
So we'll go down the line, and as you saw in the judging form, there are so we're going to count to a total of 10 points possible for each sauce. 6 for flavor. There's aroma, there's appearance, originality, and heat, not necessarily in that order. And you just kind of want to judge this on not only what you like to eat, but if you can kind of see, we're all food people, if you can see what the people were trying to accomplish with this, but maybe you just don't like it, but it's got a great flavor, or it smells great. On the opposite side of the spectrum, like maybe it smells like, baby vomit. You can totally think those things. We could talk about these things. It's a blind test for the most part. Yeah, so let's just do it.
I'm going to try it now.
Me too. Oh, it's kind of watery.
Yeah, it might be good to take a spoon and scoop it up. It seems like all the liquid has risen to the top.
It is better if you get a spoon in there, but still watery.
Yeah. It's tasty though. I like it.
Has really good flavor.
Yeah.
I cannot get this open.
Have you done have you ever beat it on your counter, the side of it?
Yeah, I was just doing that. It's got
Hit the bottom with your palm.
like that.
Really smack it and then try to open it.
Please mix it.
That's awesome. That's a good one.
So are we doing CR02 now?
Correct.
Yeah.
Let me find it.
The color is really nice, but I don't like how it smells.
You don't like how it smells?
Oh yeah, I don't like how it smells.
I don't like the smell at all. Not at all.
I haven't even tasted it yet.
How do you open this?
There's
you have to take
that thing.
Yeah, and it's hard to open.
Nahika, I think your mom was spot on. We should have all done this before.
She's like, you're going to be the only one not prepared. I'm going to put it right here and be like, look, everyone's doing it now.
Wait, so this one, I don't like on its own, but I can see it being used as a sauce in something to add some really good flavor to it.
Agreed. Because it tastes more like a paste.
Yeah, it
I
tastes
feel like
really
it-
garlicky or like onion powdery to me.
This would be really good as like maybe part of a marinade for chicken.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
This one is really tangy.
Uh-huh.
I could eat it with pizza, but it would not be a hot sauce that I would go and buy, to be honest.
Right. It's a really pretty color, though.
Yes.
I would put it in like a crock pot stew of some sort.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, just to add some like nice zingy flavor. But I don't know that I would just eat it on its own with much.
All right. We ready to go to number 3?
Yes.
It smells like it's gonna be hot.
I do like the smell. It has that smokiness to it.
This is nice.
Oh, that smell is fantastic.
This is
Like
really nice.
Yeah. Nice smell. And
It reminds me of like
This can like
barbecue.
easily go on a burger.
Yeah, this smells like a delicious barbecue sauce.
chicken marinade.
Ooh,
That is really good.
That's real.
It's spicy.
I may end up finishing this one. Wow.
Oh, that's tasty. That's a good one.
I think that might be like my optimal heat level too. I like it
that's it. Is it?
but to eat a lot of something, I like it to be not quite as hot, so you can just eat all
Agreed.
Enjoy it.
enjoy,
Agreed.
not just be in pain the entire time.
Yeah. Mm.
I would put this on literally everything. Like a universal, just this is my thing that I'm gonna throw on something that I don't really want to eat right now, but this will make it taste good enough to like swallow.
All right, I'm jumping ahead to number 4.
Yeah, I'm doing number 4 right now.
I feel like
I'm
I
burping.
This
I'm
is.
burping hot sauce.
It's
I have a long way to go.
This one is not spicy, or maybe that one was really spicy before. So this one doesn't taste spicy at all.
At all.
This one, the vinegar got into my nose.
Yeah,
Smells like Bloody Mary.
it's just very vinegary, but no flavor to it.
No,
No,
I wouldn't
not-
consider this a hot sauce.
Hi, this is Joel Freed coming to you from the El Dorado Cafe, specifically the bar. Remember when we used to drink here? Those were good times. Today we're not drinking, we're making a salsa fresca. This is a standard Texas salsa that you can make in under 2 minutes. It is 1 pound of tomatoes, about 3 medium, 1 to 2 jalapenos. This is a big one, so we gave you 1 big one. 1/4 of a yellow onion, 1 garlic clove, 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/4 ounce of cilantro, just a little bit, maybe a 1/4 of a cup. We're going to go ahead and break tomatoes into cut them into 4s so that they get blended up a little easier in the food processor. You can use a food processor or a blender. We like the food processor because it leaves a chunkier texture. Use a blender, it's going to be a little more uniform, a little more blended. So we're going to throw the tomatoes in the food processor, onion in the food processor, garlic, cilantro, salt. I'm going to go ahead and break down this pepper, just a couple slices here. And then it's really simple. We're going to blend it for about 40 seconds. If you want it really chunky, you can just give it a pulse. Now we're going to let that ride. While we're making small talk, the inspiration for this salsa was the Tamale House number 3 on Airport Boulevard. After they closed, Joanna was missing this beautiful red sauce. Asked me to make it. We did. And now it is our salsa fresca at the cafe. And pour it in a bowl. And boom. It's a little white and airy now. It's going to settle down and become more red, but that is a Texas salsa fresca. Y'all enjoy. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.
So I guess if anyone feels like their mouth is not burning on fire yet, I just took a huge bite of that last one, so mine is. We can get started and kind of chat with each other. Why don't you go ahead and, if you're ready, you can introduce yourself, last name, tell us about your food truck and all the things you've had going on kind of leading up into this insane 2020 year, and then how things have been going.
Sure. Excuse me. So my name is Nika Hillary, and I'm the owner and chef at Creole Corner Caribbean Cuisine, which is the first Haitian Caribbean food truck in Austin. Actually, it's the first Haitian food truck in Texas, but we started in Austin. I opened August of 2017. Our food is mainly like West Indian, Caribbean focused. So we have, stewed fish, fried pork shoulder, jerk chicken, red beans and rice, plantains. Most of the recipes are refined from traditional Haitian recipes. The reason I started the food truck in the first place, I heard that Austin, when I first moved here, that Austin was like one of the food capitals, and I was just kind of, I was underwhelmed by the lack of representation for Caribbean cuisine here. So I decided to go, take this venture and bring Haitian cuisine to this amazing market of like such diverse cuisines here. So I decided to just dive in and give this a shot. So we're now 3 years in, and it's been insanely great. I am so surprised with everything that came, with opening the truck. Just in terms of the recognition, having several opportunities to be on Food Network, having so many food bloggers come by, being part of like Taste of Black Austin. So I'm just like overwhelmed and so grateful with everything that's come with it. So we're now working on the logistics to move into franchising. So I'm now opening a cloud kitchen in Houston. So we have the kitchen already. We're just waiting on our city permits, which are kind of delayed because of COVID. So we're probably not going to open until like January of 2021. So what ended up happening is, we really dived into catering, corporate catering, the past like year. But with starting the truck, I went to culinary school last year. And after I graduated, we decided to pivot the business model to focus more on like corporate catering. And we got hit hard with the pandemic. So as of March 14th, we were pretty much booked until like July. And March 14th was the most devastating day because I received like 140 emails of cancellations. So my calendar went from jam-packed to completely empty. So the first 8 weeks was really hard for us. I closed because, one of my employees is a little bit older, and really to protect her in this situation and kind of figure out what we're supposed to do during this time. So we took about 8 weeks of opening, I would say just like 1 day a week, just to kind of still be open, but trying to figure things out. But now we're just, we're open 3 days a week. We're doing, curbside and delivery, and we're just trying to make the best of the situation in the meantime. So yeah, it's been challenging, but I'm all for the challenges. I've dealt with challenges since the day I opened. So this is just another one of them where I had to like sit down and basically strategize of how to pivot with what's going on. And our numbers aren't anywhere near where they were before, but we are surviving. I am able to pay my bills. I'm able to pay my employees. And for that, I am really grateful. So yeah, that's where we're at right now.
That's awesome. And so have you had to reduce your menu, or are you still doing the same menu? I know a lot of people have had to.
Oh yeah, I reduced my menu because I don't know if you guys see the price of beef right now.
Right.
But, yeah, we had to take a few things off the menu. So we're down to basically like 5 combos and like 3 appetizers. And a lot of my my distributors from Miami can't get my stuff right now. So I had to kind of like alter things based off of like what Austin has to provide. Excuse me. And when it comes to like Caribbean food, Austin is a little bit limited with the supplies I can get. So with that, we had to also adjust our menu as well.
So tell me how hot sauce works its way into Caribbean food. How these
everything about Caribbean food is high. I was like, this is perfect. But everything on my menu, I mean, our flavor base has spice in it. The seasoning we make to do our marinades. So everything has a little bit of a kick to it. So I was born into a spicy, family, and that definitely reflects in the food that we serve. So hot sauce is everything to us. Making our own at home. We love blending peppers and just everything from, mixing ginger with Scotch bonnet and vinegar and lime juice. And we have like a pickled slaw in the truck that's really hot. So yeah, our food, we definitely bring the heat in our cuisine and a lot of the dishes that we serve.
Where's your truck at?
It's on Stark Street off of North Lamar and Koenig.
Oh,
Gotcha.
You're right down the street from us. I had no idea you were there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, come by.
I will. Believe me, I will now that you're there, now that I know.
So which number are you guys on? I was listening and not really eating.
I was at 9.
You will just have to wait to find out which number that they're on right now. Real quick correction, when I was introducing the panel a little bit earlier, I think I had a small stroke when I was talking about Kristen Collins and her fantastic business. She's the founder and owner of Fluff Meringues and More, not Fluff Meringue and More, like I said initially. We will reveal the winners of this year's Hot Sauce Festival at the end of today's broadcast. A reminder that everything that we're doing today is to benefit the Central Texas Food Bank. You can donate now through austinchronicle.com/donate, and you have access to some great deals being offered up by our sponsors right now. A little bit later on, it is another cooking demo with Camila Elvis McConaughey. She's going to show us how to infuse rosemary smoke into bourbon. Yeah, that sounds intriguing. Right now, though, it's time for more music. The next band, which is brought to you by Real Ale's Vamanos Gasse, is a tart, refreshing German-style wheat beer made with lime and salt. It's Nemgata. They're fusing traditional Colombian music with African and South American psychedelia, helping this trio to be named one of the city's 10 best new bands by the Austin Chronicle in 2019. Buckle up now for Nemgata.
Hello, we're Nemegata, and this song is called El Porro de Manuel Zúñiga. Hello, we're Namegata, and this song is called Si Landero Fuera Marte.
Aparece don Andrés Landero, el gran rey de la cumbia de acordeones, madre artesana y padre campesino, de donde vino su fuerza y nobleza, que hicieron grandes sus sones y cumbias, con el sabor de los montes de María, que hicieron grandes sus sones y cumbias, con el sabor de los montes de María. Estrella, y así volando se fue Andrés Landero, y toda la gente que lo estaba viendo corrió a contarle al mundo esa noticia. Oye Andrés Landero, ya se fue pa' Marte. 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 Un velandero cuando emprendió el viaje no tuvo que usar ni guantes ni escafandra, ni dependió de los dispositivos, de esos que son de microtecnología, que lo que él tiene es la ciencia del indio, la que sale del cerro a otra galaxia, que lo que él tiene es la ciencia del indio, la que sale del cerro a otra galaxia. Cuando llegó en Marte ya lo esperaba, porque así se cumpliría una leyenda, que un hombre sabio y muy noble vendría, de esos que son clarín de la montaña, que un hombre sabio y muy noble vendría, de esos que son clarín de la montaña. No hubo conflicto ni explosiones nucleares, ni se desató una invasión extraterrestre, ni guerras ni abducciones marcianas, como lo que otros nos siguen contando, ni guerras ni abducciones marcianas, como lo que otros nos siguen contando. Y es que al marciano le gusta la cumbia, porque así es como en sus penas alegra, que desde mucho ya estaba esperando el saber de un hombre campesino, que desde mucho ya estaba esperando el saber de un hombre campesino, que desde mucho ya estaba esperando
Hi, Rina Megata, and this is Yo Quisiera.
Number 14. It smells like cocktail.
I'm on it right now.
It looks.
It
like
smells
it.
kind of like fruity.
That has pineapple in it.
Ooh, yeah.
Jessica, is this one you shouldn't have?
Yeah, don't eat that one.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, shit. What does it have?
Pineapple.
Oh.
It smells like it's like a spicy pina colada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Let's see. Spicy pina colada. I want to try this.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't like.
No.
That one was horrible.
Oh, what is this? Is this
It's not the heat. It's not the heat. It's just the flavor with the pineapple. It just does not.
This is gross.
It just does not go well.
It tastes like if someone tried to mix a pina colada with some hot sauce, like with coconut. Ugh.
No,
Yeah,
it tastes like suntan lotion, guys. That's how it tastes like.
Yeah, banana boat.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
in
banana
my
boat.
mouth.
So it's not the heat. It's just the flavor doesn't.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not hard. It's not harmonious.
Can we do negative
It's not harmonious. No, it is not.
Yes. This is negative numbers, guys. Yeah. No, lady, no.
Yeah.
I think it's just not the heat. It's the flavor just doesn't go well together.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Like I think
No.
like even if you put it on pizza, it's just too much going on in that flavor. It's really hard to add it to anything because of so much going on.
You could add it to your margarita.
Ooh.
Or add it to your Bloody Mary.
Your yes.
Pina colada, maybe. Whew. It is hot though.
Oh yeah, that's not one I want to ever try again.
No, never again.
The best ones I think of this category was number 3 and number 10. Oh no, sorry, number 9. I think those
Number
are
9.
I had
The one that
3, 6, and 9 are my favorites.
Yeah, 9 is my favorite.
I'm looking at my highest score. Mine is 12 and 3. And then 9 and 10 kind of have the same. They're tied.
Oh.
My least favorite will be 14.
14,
Oh, Lord.
14 has to go.
Oh,
That has
I feel
to
like
go.
14, yes, agreed. 14 is, I hope there's nothing worse. I really hope there's nothing worse.
Oh God.
All right, how we doing, ladies?
we are doing good.
Can't feel my tongue.
In these uncertain and challenging and uncertain times, we at Swamp Dragon want you to know, even though we may be far apart from you, we're here for you. Today, more than ever, your food flavor is at risk, and your choice of hot sauce has never been more important. Your takeout was cold and soggy when you got home, your pantry filled with boring, if life-sustaining food. Are you willing to risk the safety of your food's flavor? Vinegar-based hot sauce might ruin it, according to some experts. But Swamp Dragon uses liquor instead of vinegar. Studies show liquor is better than vinegar. Be a hero to your family and your community. Don't risk vinegar. Make the sciencey choice. Swamp Dragon Hot Sauce. Swamp Dragon Hot Sauce is not a beverage and is not recommended for ophthalmic use or for use as a personal lubricant.
Hi Hot Sauce Festival fans, my name is Emily Beta and I'm here to show you my favorite post-hot sauce rescue remedy. So you're going to start off with some fresh mint. Just crush it in your hands to release the oil and put it in a jar. And on top of that you're going to squeeze, for each serving, 1/4 of a lime, 1/4 of a lemon, and a little bit of honey. About 1/2 teaspoon. And you're going to top that off with just a tiny little splash of rose water. Put an ice cube in there, close your jar, shake it down, and top it off with some sparkling water, or gin, or both. And that's it.
This is my first time coming here. I live with my wife, which she's been furloughed. So we had 2 incomes. to sustain our household, but now I'm basically off of mine. Now we're just struggling a little bit with one income, trying to pay all the bills and put food on the table and all that. My concern is being able to feed my 5-year-old, that they don't go hungry, my wife, of course.
The food bank continues to meet the increased need of families facing hunger during COVID-19 through our network of mobile food pantries and 260 partner pantries across our 21 county service territory. We have converted our distribution to a drive-through model in order to minimize the risks for everyone. With summer upon us and children at home, we know that work disruptions and higher utility bills can cause strain on families struggling to make ends meet during the pandemic. This summer, we're partnering with Austin City Parks, Austin YMCA, and Foundation Communities for our summer food service program to provide free, weekly meal packs to children ages 18 and under. Parents or guardians can stop by a participating site to pick up a meal pack for each of their kids, which includes healthy, balanced meals for the entire week. While COVID-19 is a great concern for everyone, our older neighbors are amongst the most vulnerable to the virus. The Food Bank's Commodity Supplemental Food Program and Healthy Options Program for the elderly provides low-income seniors enrolled in the program a box of groceries each month they can pick up at distribution sites. In addition to food assistance, we also have a social services team on site to help individuals in English or Spanish apply for SNAP, food stamps, and other state benefits like Medicaid, TAMP, Healthy Texas Women, Medicare Savings Program, and CHIP. The Central Texas Food Bank is here to help. We pride ourselves in providing essential services to our neighbors who need it most.
I'm very grateful that the food bank is doing this. It makes me grateful. It makes me happy that I don't have to worry about how am I going to put food on the table.
All right, anybody want to volunteer to go next and tell me all about what you got going on?
Sure, I'll go next. So my name is Ale Rodriguez. I am the owner and operator of La Flaca Farms. We specialize in growing edible flowers, peppers, and herbs for restaurants. So, at the beginning of this pandemic, we were ramping up production for South by Southwest, all these events that go on in Austin, that it's like spring is hottest for us. So our sales went from 100 to 0 overnight with, the moment South by Southwest was canceled, everything changed. So we tried a couple of things, move to online sales or whatever, but our product is very specialized. So it was really hard to make a change. So right now what we're doing is with our peppers, herbs, we make salts, which you can buy on our website. Our best-selling salt is Fuego, which is made with over 20 varieties of peppers harvested at our farm. Ooh. So yeah, you can get them on our website, laflacaatx.com/shop. Follow us on Instagram at laflacaatx, Facebook to hear what's going on at our farm, when we'll be able to reopen, when we'll be able to have volunteer hours again, tours, because we miss being around our community. It's been hard.
So are you still tending, are there still pepper plants that you're tending to, or how does that work right now?
Right now, seeing summer is very expensive to run a farm in Texas. Right. So knowing that the market was not there, I made the very difficult call to skip out the season. So we harvested everything at the end around July, so we didn't have to pay the water bill in August, which is always catastrophic.
I bet. Yeah, it's
totally
106 today, I think.
Yeah, I was very happy to not have to be stressing out about the weather this August. So yeah, it was a very tough call, but it was the right call for our farm right now.
It sounds like it. So when is the next planting season? Is that October-ish, like when the temperatures finally start to come down?
September. You start planting in September. I don't think that we'll plant anything at our current farm, and we're going to actually let the soil rest. But we have things in the work, collaborating with other farmers, other landowners, more in the food justice space than in the wholesale restaurant space, which is really, really exciting to me.
How do you pronounce your name? Is it Ale?
Yeah, you got it.
Can you pin your website? Because I definitely want to share that and also purchase all your salts as well.
Absolutely.
But I'm also gonna share it on my social media platform as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to connect through Instagram and figure out ways we can collaborate. Absolutely.
Oh, yay!
Okay, I'm excited to try the salts. I love things, so I'm excited.
I would love to hear if there's any specific ingredients that you would like for your cuisine that you can source locally, and maybe we can work something out.
Oh, that would be great. Oh my God. Yay.
Yeah, that's part of the whole food justice thing is finding culturally appropriate ingredients and being able to source it from your local farmers, you know.
Yeah.
Giving the opportunity to Black and brown people to work the land.
I love that.
Ollie, tell me more about that. So in terms of creating a product, so maybe Cradle Corner has a specific dish that, you know, that she wants to try and she needs some specific ingredient. Sorry, my mouth is still on fire. But you guys can collaborate. She can tell you what ingredients. You can see if you could grow it here or if you maybe have a source that is already growing it. Is that kind of what you mean?
Exactly. So especially a place like Haiti, where the weather is, you have really hot weather, you can definitely grow those ingredients in the Texas summer. It just makes sense. So if there's something specifically of Haitian cuisine that really, you know, brings everything together, like I know there's a couple of things in Mexican cuisine, there's specific herbs or peppers that if you don't have them, you can't get the flavor right.
Yeah. That's why I was outsourcing to Miami. Because Miami's the only one that gets all the Haitian spices. So I pay a crazy amount for shit, but I'm like, I'm gonna compromise on the taste of the meals if I don't get it. So that's been a struggle.
So yeah, I would definitely like to have a conversation about these ingredients because that's the kind of farming that I want to do moving forward.
Nice. Okay, great. All right, we're gonna connect after for sure.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, ladies. We will check back in with the judges in a few minutes as they taste more hot sauces. Coming up soon, it's our next cooking demo. Technically, it's a drink demo with Camila Alves McConaughey. She'll show us how to infuse smoke into bourbon. Looking forward to that one. Right now, though, it's the third of 4 bands playing for today's 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival. It is brought to you by Real Ale's Vámonos Goza. This is a 4-piece rock band fronted by Australian native AC Monaro. It's Go Fever.
Hey y'all, we're Go Fever. We're going to be playing some new songs off our record that we just made at Radio Milk. Will be coming out next year. This first one's called FYI.
I fit in like a foot in a glove.
Virtual Hot Sauce Festival 2020. This next song is called TJF. Can't tell you what that stands for, it's a secret. This one's called Long Runs by my little brother Hank.
First up, I'll have to file a restraint. up the ghost, Hank. If there's one thing you can bank on, to the albatross eventually rots and falls away from your neck, but still so young. And I'm not telling you not to hide from me. You've been sprinting for a while, and it's a long run. It's a long run. Please don't idolize these friends who live fast and die old, romanticizing sad dead men. And if I may be so bold, they won't contribute a great thing to the canon of rock and roll that they're so devoted to. Don't give up the ghost, Hank. If there's one thing you can bank on, to the albatross eventually rots and falls away from your neck, but still so young. And I'm not telling you not to hide from me. You've been sprinting for a while, and it's a long run. It's a long
It's our virtual hot sauce festival. We're Go Fever. This next one's called Armagosa.
Just for the love of it.
Hey y'all, this next one's called Call Your Idols. It's about growing up as a non-male and having to get rid of all your rock and roll icons because it turns out they're all pieces of shit.
I recall being enthralled by your every line. We were introduced by my friend Tim, who was seduced by my couch at the time. It all began with an argument then. The fruits of your heartbreak are wild. And if I'm not missing just as much of an impression left by the slope of your nosy profile. Now, everything is poison, poison. Now, everything is poison, poison. A circumstantial libertine of 15, another country, another time. Eager to be in the world of the wolves, we were her only lifeline. For such a young one, she's very mature, smokes and drinks with the best. And it doesn't feel wrong 'cause she loves your song. She's fully grown when she's undressed. What's left to enjoy? Now it's all been poisoned. Who am I without your words? Now they've all been poisoned. Call your idols, 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 call your idols. Now everything is poison, poison. Now everything is poison, poison. You offered your apologies. You offered your apologies. You offered your apologies. And I said, that's cool, just keep it.
Thank you to Go Fever, and thank you to everybody who has donated so far today to the Central Texas Food Bank. I told you at the start of today's broadcast that we were 25,000 meals away from crossing the 1 million meal mark. Since the Hot Sauce Festival got started 30 years ago, we are really, really close now. If you can, if you have the means, please do donate now. Go to austinchronicle.com/donate. Help us get over that million meal mark. I am Trey Elling. Normally, I am with 104.9 The Horn here in Austin, Texas. You can also listen on 101.9 AM 1260, hornfm.com, and the Horn app. And I am here to help out with the 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival today. We are online, of course, because of the COVID experience that we've all been going through over the last 5+ months now. No worries, though, because the world's biggest, the world's greatest Hot Sauce Festival must go on, especially because it is that 30th year. It's time to go back to our judges now find out what they're tasting, and also a little bit more about some of the judges that don't work with the Austin Chronicle. Throw it now to the Chronicle food editor, Jesse Cape.
Hey, Lenny.
Yes.
Can you tell me about you and what you have going on, and tell me about Eats and Nudes?
So I just run basically a food blog on Instagram called Eats and Nudes, and I cover mainly Asian foods in town. I was born and raised in Indonesia and moved to Singapore when I was 8 and moved to the States when I was 16. As far as spicy food goes, I feel like my mom fed me spicy food since I was a baby. Because you know, in Indonesia, we're south of Thailand, so we're all, as you know, but the area is all spicy food. Like the Thai pepper. We even have similar to habanero, like the small Thai pepper as well. So I have a pretty also high heat tolerance, I would say. And I can easily eat Thai spicy, and that will be my comfort level.
You think, okay, so you said Thai spicy. Do you think that the flavor profiles of Thai spicy versus Indian spicy, that one is hotter than the other? Because I feel like Indian spicy sometimes is not as hot as Thai spicy, but that just could be my particular palate. I'm not sure, but Thai spicy is like the epitome of spicy to me, I think.
Yeah, I think when people think about Indian spicy, I think it's more also like the spices. They use a ton of spices in their food. Right. To the point where I feel like when I cook Indian food, if I'm missing a spice in that recipe, it's not gonna make any difference. You know, yeah. So like even making like the curries and stuff, I mean, if you don't have enough one of a spice, you know, it's not gonna make that much difference unless you're making something that has a more pronounced flavor. But Indian spicy to me is not that spicy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very spicy to me, but
but how spicy I eat when I go back, my level is not the same as my family.
Really?
Yes, they eat spicier than I do.
No.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, definitely, my tolerance is different from what they used to over there, and we're just used to eating, even for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like spicy food. We don't. Yeah, I grew up not eating like breakfast food. It was never a thing. We don't have really breakfast food. You know, our breakfast is rice and fish and vegetables, and with hot sauce. And then it's, as an Indonesian, we know about our sambal. Sambal is in everything. It's a staple. You have to have sambal on the table. You have to have sambal in the fridge, and it's kind of just like a condiment that we need to have all the time. And just we make it differently, I guess, depending. You can add like shrimp or squid to it, and then shrimp paste, fish sauce, basil, put some fresh herbs in there. So it's just kind of like different on that one.
Oh, Lenny, you and I chatted a couple of months ago. Did a feature on Lenny and what she's doing over at Eats and Nudes. Do you think that you've had more engagement with your Instagram since the pandemic? Like, everybody's cooking more. No one has else to do. So people are paying more attention to recipes and things like that. Have you noticed an uptick since the pandemic, since everyone's...
Yeah, a little bit. I definitely have a lot of people messaging me more about like where to find certain ingredients.
Right.
So if you're looking for example, curry leaves, they will ask me, where can I find curry leaves? And I said, well, you have to go to either the Indian store or some of these Asian store. So I'm here to kind of help as far as getting those ingredients. Or they will ask me which fish sauce, which one do you use or which one do you like? So a lot of more questions like that. As far as eating out, not as many as I would say people asking about how to cook certain things or how to find certain ingredients.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Which one are you guys on? I'm on 7.
You are watching the 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival, brought to you by, of course, the Austin Chronicle. Also sponsored by Orange Theory, Real Ale Brewing Company, Central Market, Pure Gold Realty, Freestyle Language Center, and Rambler. And, of course, this is all going to benefit the Central Texas Food Bank. You can donate by going to austinchronicle.com/donate to chip in. If you do, there are some really cool perks that you get through some of today's sponsors. Check it out, austinchronicle.com/donate. It's now time for our third and final food demo. It's actually a beverage demo. You're going to find out how to infuse smoke into bourbon via Austin's own Camila Alves McConaughey.
Hi guys, I'm Camila Alves McConaughey, founder of Women of Today, and today I'm going to be teaching you an amazing drink to go with your favorite hot sauce. I love this combination because you have the spicy from the hot sauce, but this drink melts everything together because it's got a little smokiness and it's got sweet flavor, but not too sweet because we're using bourbon, my favorite bourbon in the world, Long Branch. Yes, it is my husband's bourbon, but it is so good. You have to try it. So check this out. We're going to be smoking rosemary into the cocktail. Are you ready to try? I learned this recipe with a dear friend, Rob Floyd. He's an amazing mixologist and he knows what he's doing my own twist here. Ready? Okay. So we're going to add about 2 ounces of Long Branch bourbon. We're going to add maple syrup, just a taste, a little bit. This guy over here, guys. Bitters, how you say it, guys? Help me out. I need translation right here. I need translation in this situation. We're gonna get 2 dashes over there, or 3. Mix this up a little bit. Then we're going to have a piece of orange like that, a half slice of an orange. You're going to twist it, add it to the drink. You want to twist so it breaks up the juice. And now, the fun stuff. We're going to burn this rosemary. You want to put the rosemary in the oven just to dry it out for a little bit. And once you get a nice smoke to it, you're gonna place it right there. Cover your glass for a bit. You're gonna add your rosemary in there. Give it a little shake. Mix it up. There we go, guys. A perfect pair for your hot sauce. Perfect combination. Ooh, 9 is a grower.
9 is jerk seasoning again. Sorry, I mean
Grower?
Mine is in the toilet, guys. Sorry.
I know, I have several jokes that just popped into my head, but
10 is jerk seasoning.
Okay, so let me ask you what y'all's opinion is. So for me, born and raised in Texas, when I think of hot sauce, there's 2 kinds, and it's just as situational. Because I think of hot sauce like table salsa, but I just want to sit there and eat with chips and pour on everything and like just eat. And then I think of hot sauce where you add 3 drops to your chili and your mouth's on fire for 4 days. But so it's always kind of a funny thing the way we're judging, because I think we are kind of on the same page, but a lot of people think of hot sauce more as just like traditional salsa. Do you have thoughts on that, anybody? As my notes are running down my face.
I always, and this is probably just my background of growing up in West Texas, but yeah, salsa to me, or like hot sauce, is table salsa. And then any of the more vinegary ones, I just consider versions of Tabasco.
Right.
Like it's like the Coke. I want a Coke. What type of Coke do you want? I want a Dr. Pepper.
Right.
For me, I'm like, oh, I need Tabasco. Oh, what kind of Tabasco do you need? And then there's the 800 types that we've just tried today.
So another thing I was going to ask you guys too is this is the 30th anniversary of this hot sauce festival. Which is pretty crazy. If you've ever been, do you have any memories or anything you want to share, or what you miss about it, or tell me about the hot sauce festival.
It's such a cool Austin tradition that I'm so glad that it's coming to its 30th year. It brings food culture, different styles, different people. So yeah, I'm so glad you guys put this together. It's totally worthwhile.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy for it to be the 30th year and we have to completely reinvent it. But that's the nature of the 2020 business. So oh my God, 9's so hot. Holy shit.
Too.
Oh yes,
It was
9.
9.
I wasn't lying.
Oh yeah, it is hot, but
5.
it's tasty.
Yeah, it is.
12 is also tasty.
I haven't found a favorite in this category yet.
Yeah.
For me, the last one was my favorite.
Jesse.
That's way too hot for a girl like me. Right on the back of my tongue is like swelling, I think.
What do you think of 11?
11 is okay.
Okay.
5, 6. I scored a 7, 5.
11's a little spicy.
Yeah, it is spicy.
Just a little?
I think 9 is spicier than 11. Or
Yes,
maybe
agreed.
maybe it's a grower too.
I think I'm getting the cumulative effect.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Get some milk and cookies. It does help.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
What is the hottest pepper now? Is it the Reaper?
It's a Carolina Reaper. It's higher than ghost pepper because I have a Carolina Reaper chili oil that my friend bought from Houston. All I need is dip my chopstick in it and then mix it in my bowl of rice. And not even a spoon, just dip my chopstick in it. It's gonna last me my lifetime. I don't know what to do with it. It's so spicy. Because Carolina Reapers can be a neurotoxin if you have too much.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my God.
If you read about it, it can be a neurotoxin. So my neighbor tried the chili oil and she had too much of it. It hurts, like hurts half of her face.
Oh no.
So just be careful.
Yeah, I just experienced that.
Yeah, so read it up today. It is a neurotoxin. And it's higher than ghost pepper. Carolina Reaper. Mm-hmm.
Well, that bottle gets its own shelf in my refrigerator.
Warning label.
It will last you 10 years.
Oh man, I love to watch people who are eating things that are a bit too spicy for the palate. The judge is doing a great job today of not only tasting the sauces, but also really authenticating the experience for you folks watching out there on Facebook Live. If you are watching and haven't had a chance to donate just yet to the Central Texas Food Bank, we are so close to 25,000 meals raised this year, which would push us over 1 million meals raised during the 30 years of the Hot Sauce Festival. You can go to austinchronicle.com/donate to help out, and we do appreciate everybody who has done so, everybody who will do so by the end of today's broadcast. We will be announcing the winners shortly. That's at the end of today's broadcast. All the work that Jessie and her colleagues are doing right now, those winners will be announced here in just a few minutes, but we have another band to bring you. But before that, we have some memories. This thing has been going on for 30 years after all. Plenty of you have fond memories of dealing with the heat while going to the hot sauce festival. Maybe it's live music, maybe it's a particular sauce, maybe it's something different altogether. Here's a compilation of some of folks' favorite memories over the last 30 years of the Hot Sauce Festival.
I think
Right. I'm on 11.
Me too. I'm gonna.
And Kristen, in a minute, do you want to talk to us about what you got going on at
Sure. So I'm Kristen Collins, you guys. I own a bakery, a patisserie really. So we focus mostly on sweet stuff. And we have a brick and mortar on Burnett across from Pine House Pizza and Picnic. That's kind of where we are. And yeah, we had to reconfigure some things obviously when the pandemic hit. And I mean, we're a bakery cafe, so there is dine-in, and we do specialty things like high tea, which was like a big service that we did. But a lot of our stuff is available for takeaway. So that was rather easy for us to kind of maneuver into. But we closed down for a little bit and kind of regrouped. And, you know, it was really sad when all of that happened because I really worried about my employees and how we were all going to kind of make it through and figure out how to do this. I haven't worked in the food industry that long, so everything is new to me. So then having this added on top of it was an extra, like, oh Lord, what am I doing? But when we reopened, I worked on getting some of our items shippable. So we have some shipping that we can do nationwide and even to like Canada and Mexico as well. There aren't that many items, A, just due to the heat, and B, a lot of what we do, like we don't bake bread per se. A lot of our stuff is very delicate. So some of it just can't be shipped. Like we can't ship our tarts, we can't ship our cakes, macarons. You can't ship in the heat because even if you cold pack them, they'll die on the way there. It's just, so we have a few items that we can ship. We've been working on getting wholesale up and running, which we were doing before the pandemic as well. But I've been spending an inordinate amount of time on that, but all businesses are hurting right now. So that's kind of growing very slowly because other places can't order because they have no customers either. And we have recently, normally we come out with new flavors like seasonally, like every 4 months. And that just wasn't something that was quite possible when we restarted, because of the way we have set up our hours for our staff. We only want a few people there at any point in time. Our entire space is only 1,400 square feet. So our kitchen is tiny, our front of house is tiny. We can't have more than 2 people on site at any point in time, just to keep everyone safe. So we're running kind of skeleton crew and organizing things in certain ways. So we've limited our menu in certain ways, but we've expanded it in other ways. And we just came out with some new cakes. They're called lamingtons. Has anyone ever heard of a lamington before?
No.
So it's a traditional Australian cake. And basically, I actually grew up eating them, not knowing that they were called lamingtons. And my mom made them for me. And I always knew it as like my great aunt Lizzie's coconut bars. And it's basically like a piece of white or yellow cake rolled in a chocolate glaze and then coconut, and then let to sit so that the coconut and the chocolate glaze create a crunchy casing around the cake. And so that's basically what a lamington is. And so we came out with some new versions of those. We have my favorite, which is an Earl Grey sponge cake with lemon curd in the middle, and then it's rolled in a white chocolate icing with coconut around it. So we have a lot of that type of new stuff that we've been working on, just kind of trying to find interesting things to bring to people, because what I have found, and also what I want, at least during the pandemic, is something new. Like, yes, there's value to comfort food, but when you're stuck at home literally all day, every day, comfort food can actually turn into the opposite because you're just so sick of it. So trying to find new stuff, new flavor profiles, interesting things to bring to everyone has been kind of what we've been focusing on. So we're doing that, and otherwise just trying to make it through like everyone else and kind of pick up, trying to get back to where we were in March, as best as possible. We were actually going into what was about to be our best period, obviously with South by Southwest. We had a lot of stuff cancel. We focus on weddings. We're a bakery. We have meringues. We have gorgeous things that people want for all their weddings. So we lost a lot of orders, but more so than that, we were, for South by Southwest, we had booked a Create and Cultivate event, as well as we were pairing with, we were doing the desserts for one of the James Beard events, and all of that got canceled on the same day. And I was just like, oh no. So, there was a lot of like personal like sorrow, but also professional, okay, this happened, we just need to move forward. How are we going to do this? So that's kind of where we're at, is just putting one foot in front of the other and trying to, see what sticks at this point in time and have fun while we're doing it and make sure that everyone's taken care of. And yeah, our sales aren't anything near what they were, just like everyone else says, but I can make our bills and my employees get paid, and we're being safe and no one is sick, and that's my priority right there. So that's kind of what we're doing.
Thank you, Kristen.
I think it's also interesting just to see, like you've all said, you kind of have to get creative. You have to reinvent the wheel in 5 minutes of time, and while you're also still dealing with being a human, because that's what people forget. It's like you can go all the time and be a badass at your job and be a badass for your employees and your family and everything else, but at the end of the day, you're still just a person.
Yeah.
So true. So true.
I think a lot of people just forget that not only are you as a business owner, sorry, I'm talking about chewing, are you dealing with it for your business? You're also a human dealing with it in a personal sense as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully you care about your employees. So you're not only worrying about it for yourself personally, you're worried about all of the people that work for you and them personally, and then the business on top of that. And it just creates this downward like spiral of worry. And at some point, I don't know, I guess I'm really good at flipping that switch and just being like, all right, this happened. This is the direction we're going, and this is what we're going to do, and everything else be damned. And at least for me thus far, it's worked. We'll see how that goes in the long run. But, there definitely are days, as I'm sure for everyone, where you're just like, I don't want to move. I don't want anyone to call me. I just need to sit down.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yeah, in the dark and snuggle my dog, and that's it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. And it's great to know that you're not the only one feeling like that.
Yeah.
We've been careful, isolating in our homes, doing our best to stay safe and healthy, stay fit, stay sane, and take care of our families. But for many of our friends and neighbors, staying home hasn't been an option. And thousands still face challenges they've never imagined as we work toward recovery. If you can help, please donate to the Central Texas Food Bank. Together, we can come back even stronger.
We are getting close to those awards, finding out what the best hot sauces are at this year's 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival, brought to you by the Austin Chronicle, benefiting the Central Texas Food Bank. That is after our final music act, Mike Melano. But before that, we do check in with the judges one more time.
Do we want to go back through? Do you have any questions? Do we need to talk about any of these again?
Which one was the one that we really didn't like?
Oh, that one.
Which one?
DG
CR14.
Okay. So
I need to see it. Oh, the one that has no label. I was going to say,
Yes,
I
that
need to see
thing.
it.
Evil thing.
That one was a setup.
That's a prank.
You were like paying attention because there's no way. There's no way.
Come clean, guys. It's a prank.
All right.
CP4 was terrible.
Which one is it? Oh, yeah, I have a big X through mine. I don't even remember.
Oh, yeah. I just put 0, 0, 0.
CP4, CP6, and CP10, I gave zeros all the way across.
CP10. How was that?
We made it.
Woo! I honestly thought I was going to be in a lot more pain in some of these. Like, I thought there were going to be some ghost peppery things that would have, like, made me fall on the floor. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I think 9 on the last category was the hottest one on the table.
Yes, I agree.
It wrecked me.
It wrecked me. That one needs a warning label.
I really liked CS1 as like a dipping sauce.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
It was really good. Like I would use that as like a mayo or like an aioli on a burger.
No, I put a star on that one because it's something I can go back and eat over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to look at the labels now to see what they are?
Yeah, we already judged them, so.
See, this is an aioli. It's not really a hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish this one had a label. I just need to know.
I know.
So I can avoid it forever and ever.
Does he kind of look like Will Smith?
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm just forget it. He kind of resembles him.
Oh. So the Vindaloo curry one is actually a ghost one.
Yeah.
It is spicy, but I just don't like the flavor in it.
Spicy.
Yeah, I gave that one a 3.
Look how sweet Aunt May looks, though.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, who's grandmother?
So sweet.
Auntie May, I would like
to. There's a Schlotsky sauce in here?
Yeah.
With blueberry habanero, the wine-looking one.
I really love the appearance of that. I thought that was the most original.
Yeah.
I don't really see a hot sauce that close.
Yeah, I put S1 for like original and appearance, but not the flavor.
So I used to make meatballs, and I would put a blueberry, I think it was actually a blackberry sauce and habaneros in there to make like meatballs, like turkey meatballs or something. That was quite nice because it added a little bit of sweetness, but it was the sauce that I used was a lot thicker than this.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like the meatballs at IKEA, the cranberries, the stuff is like all thicker, right? This is like Yeah, it's very liquidy.
I love IKEA meatballs.
They're very tasty.
Okay, I think I finally recovered, maybe.
Oh yeah, the one I thought does have fish sauce and lime.
Which one is it?
This
the
one.
lime was so strong though. Is that
Yeah,
the
I think
CS?
it's the number one ingredient. So you were totally right. Number one ingredient is lime.
CR11 is the Haitian hot sauce.
CR11?
Where is it?
Yeah.
And how did you rate that one?
I rated it a 10.
Let me see.
You did?
You did. That's so funny.
Oh, so CS9, the one that we were like, oh, this did me in, it has Carolina Reapers in it.
Oh, there you go.
That's it.
There we go.
Okay, it's not just us, so.
No.
All right. Well, I just have to say I am super grateful for all of you. Appreciate you taking 2 hours of your time to mystery sample hot sauce and do this with us and hang out on Zoom and do all that.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good day.
So take care.
Drink some milk.
How do I exit out of this? Oh, there we go.
My mouth is on fire.
Great job by our judging panel today, led by, of course, the esteemed Jesse Cape. And thank you to everybody else who was part of the judging panel this year for the 30th annual Hot Sauce Festival. We will bring you those winners shortly. First, though, it's time for our final musical act of the day. All of music today has been brought to you by Real Ale's Vámonos Goza. This is Mike Melano. He is one of the most versatile artists in Austin. His talents include visual art, directing, modeling, and of course, music. And you get to hear the latter for yourself right now as the final act of today's Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival. It's Mike Melano.
Yo, I remember days picking on my names, bullies want to fade, punch with. Yo, foil on my teeth, I think I'm a G, mama whipping me, crying till I fall asleep. Yo, no rhythm in my pants, I don't wanna dance, but I'm getting mine. It's drama where I live, try to paint a pig, but I think my neighbor was robbing and fucking again. Hey, look, you know how niggas don't. Look, hey, I've been on a mission to get it. The problem is that people trying to prevent it. You probably is the problem. Problem in the bitch in the world is not designed to find your business. You decide what prizes potential to find friends, discover a menace. Settle with a bitch with bouncy tears for all is finished. I'm finally thinking I'm crazy. Well, she about to witness. I'm tired of being tired while tired. Watching my friends turn enemy by the dark in the world's jungles. Look, my people won't fear my nigga in the world's jungles. Look, most people come here get lost in the world's jungles. Look, yo, my niggas from the world's jungles. Look, if you know what I'm saying,
she's shaking that ass in the nights. Baby, don't go. Been working out, catching them flights. Story unfolds. So I'm busy, you busy, that's life. With the love and the slow, I'ma show you what I see to make it right. But baby, let's go. She's shaking that ass in the nights. Baby, don't go. Been working out, catching them flights. Story unfolds. So I'm busy, you busy, that's life. With the love and the slow, I'ma show you what I see to make it right.
Yeah, here y'all go.
Well, baby, let's go. No one can see me like you, my baby. I'm solo, baby. Come closer, baby. I'm lonely, baby. No one can save me but you and angels. I'm drifting, so I'm loud.
Riding on the D-dot, cops trying to keep up. Blowing on the Reebok, pumping up my soul crud. Look, bitches want my dick out. Ex trying to kick out. I don't want to speak out. I just want to fly. No, I really do though, man. Look, hide my emotions, smoke a drink and post. Like, do we need clothes? No work, but take a Motrin here. Look, it's like everything emotion. Am I losing focus? Show me to the vultures. I'm about to clean out. Yeah. My feelings are ticking time bomb, nigga. It's my time. explode at the Trump Tower in 5 hours. We pray to the Most High, we smoke by the right novels. I hate bugging a man or a man that I never met. Here comes Sally Mae in a white hoodie with his shit look all the same. Somebody please forgive me, I'm gonna sing. I barely leave the crib nowadays. Hey, fall asleep late, getting breaks, so not amazed. Small change that I've been saving, got aim because the cash flow raking in all day. My mama raised the I king, the drummer boy do not beam. They coming for you, night scene. My feelings in. I'm in these streets with a Kirk King, seen and heard everything. I put you down, buddy, come yeah.
She's shaking that ass in the nights. Baby, don't go. Been working out, catching the flights. Story unfolds. So busy, you busy, that's life. With the love and the flow, I'ma show you what I see to make it right.
I like that.
Well, baby, let's go. She's shaking that ass in the nights. Baby, don't go. Been working out, catching the flights. Story unfolds. So busy, you busy, that's life. With the love and the flow, I'ma show you what I see to make it right. Baby, let's go.
Yeah. This one right here is 27. Produced by Bunu. Off of my last EP, Bunu. Yeah, I'm sure if I would die today, yeah, I'd be a legend. And to the mother of my seed, I swear she well protected. No weapon could contest the beast, I'm in a different Tesla. The bullets floating with them trees, I barely can express it. I'm slaving hard enough this week to serve a bold impression. Lil' Jody, get your bitch aggression. Address me as your highness or apprentice when I'm stretching. Learn your lesson, never been a hoe, I fold the best is. Form Da Vinci codes, coded righteous imperfections. Life is Tetris, sexing my bitch from Texas. Next to a naked dick, shawty I was pressing out in LA. Fuck her like it's payday, but every day is payday. They say I'm in my own lane, but I invented road rage.
I don't wanna waste your time.
I really don't. Look,
what is life like inside you?
Look, everything seems so
right, slow.
I'ma just turn these lights off.
I don't wanna waste your time.
What is life like inside you? Everything seems so bright, so
I'ma just turn these lights off.
Yo, hey yo, this beat feel like the cookout. Serve it till it's all gone. Bro, be the lookout. Swear this won't take long, dog. I need it like my heart stop. Gasping like it's part-time. I know the word for my time is televised in prime time. The eagle views a lifetime. The eagle hunts through nighttime. Penalties be bite-sized. I'm sick of being a nice guy. I'm sick of being stepped on. I'm sick of being slept on. I'm about to raise the price on them. It's venom in his python. The vision moves your right thigh. The vision in your third eye. Immortalize your lifeline. Call you for the white lie. Say you love me nice now. Back it up, I like that. Eat it like it's my last. The gift you cannot bite back. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, this is Sunset.
Another session with no water. Hey, shout my nigga Bunu, man. My nigga stay in his pocket and shit. And that motherfucking bag.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas be pussy, I don't condone. Waiting for dollars, I serve you just the dose. Open my dome, this diamond came from a stone. Mountain my goals, oh he's special, I know he came for the throne. I'm not forgiving for shit. Piss on my face and my kid. I beat the brakes off your wig. I should be dead for my sins. The demons had me locked in. I needed love from my kin, but she was occupied in. My wallet lost in the pit. Signal your crew cause you bitch. We shooting phase like Clark Kent. Mixing some curry, yo bitch. We put up Scott, she hop in. Yo village. It's tinted, don't you act up. My cousin known to mask up. You just supposed to back up. Motto for culture, catch up.
Hold me, we like that. I knew it was something so special, my baby. Ooh, my lady. Yeah, I'm feeling you. This sunset hit the ocean, we're reflecting, drinking potion, my baby. Oh my lady, now I'm coming inside.
Yo, they say you always switch the subject in my line. Do I suffer? Deeper down your throat, my tip is paying for your rent. Look, Benny Hanna's Billy parking things you would insist, but I would rather take a walk and talk about your fist. Look, bitches wanna fuck, I think it's late, don't even care. Look, quit with all that spitting when you talking in my ear. Like, melon on your soul, control my emotions. Wanna stare, well it's balance, get a mantra. Tell your conscience to your kids, don't live for the days and the months. My fortune formatting my peers before the scene hit the boy. My steeds are pimping his son, a loaded weapon, a blunt. It's how I probably live on. The world is crumbling coins, hectic, my tolerance void. I know I'm bound to make noise. My blood been drowning in floods. Flint still ain't got no resource. I know I came from above. Feel like the angel I was. Fly like the angel I is. Dollars in pockets, oh shit. Oh, we just off to some shit.
The moment we locked eyes, I knew it was something so special, my baby. Oh, my lady, yeah, I'm feeling you. Yeah. The sunset hit the ocean, we're reflecting, drinking potion, my baby. Oh, my lady, now I'm coming inside. Yeah.
Thank you to Mike Melano, the last of our great music acts today. And now that the music is done, the food demos are done, it's time to announce the winners for the 30th Annual Hot Sauce Festival. And it looks like we're going to start with the best pepper sauces, according to the Austin Chronicle's Hot Sauce Festival, 30th Annual Festival. So let's go ahead and get to the honorable mentions, starting with Mikey V's Crack of Dawn Pepper Sauce. Another honorable mention, Yellowbird Habanero Condiment for honorable mention Best Pepper Sauce. And one more honorable mention, that would be Kester's Aunt May's Yellow Pepper Bajan Sauce. That might have been one of the ones that the judging panel was talking about towards the end of that final clip of them. Now let's get on to the third place in the pepper sauce category, Crenshaw's C6 Salsa Ghost Chili. Second place, Payanaga Batsana's Seafood Hot Sauce. In the first place, the winner of the pepper sauce category for the 30th Annual Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival, Ghost Scream Chili Garlic Paste. Ghost Scream Chili Garlic Paste. Great name and apparently a great sauce as well. Moving on now to Special Variety. Start with an honorable mention there. Special Variety sauces. The third place sauce is Bravado Spice, Black Garlic, and Carolina Reaper Hot Sauce. Let's go back to the honorable mention real quick. Salsa Maya Habanero Aioli. Honorable mention Special Variety, followed by Casa Verde Serrano Salsa Cremosa. That's third place in the Special Variety category. And we have one more third place winner. That would be Evil Cowboy Smokin' Ghost. Great name and good enough for third place in the Special Variety category. Second place is Mikey V's Garlic Scorpion. That sounds dangerous. And the winner of the Special Variety category for the Hot Sauce Festival this year, Texas Picklelicious. I love pickles, and I would very much be willing to try Texas Picklelicious Special Variety Hot Sauce. Moving on now to the green sauce category. Oh man, Austin does green sauce as well as anybody in this country. So you know that this category is going to represent well. And we'll start with the honorable mentions here. Kester's Aunt May's Green No Pepper Seasoning. Honorable mention green sauce. We also have in the honorable mention for green sauce, Crenshaw's C6 Salsa Tequila Lime. And then we do have another honorable mention. That would be Yellowbird Serrano Condiment. On now to the third place, Jaime's Spanish Village Hot Green. Second place, Ghost Scream Green Reaper, rather. And the first place winner, the best green sauce according to the Austin Chronicles Hot Sauce Festival in 2020, Mikey V's Sam Sauce. Congratulations to Mikey V's and all of the other category placers for the green sauce category. Moving on now, and I believe this is the final category. It is red sauce. This is the coveted red sauce category for the Hot Sauce Festival. Honorable mentions include Mom's Family Kitchen, the spicy variety, Game Days Bernard's Firecracker Salsa, and then also the Kester's Aunt May's Red. As far as the second place goes, we have a tie for second place here. Haitian Heat, that is the one, as well as Ghost Scream Original. And the winner of the red sauce category for the 2020 Hot Sauce Festival is Texas Taco Truck Style. Texas did really well at this year's Hot Sauce Festival. All right, and so that is just about it for this year's Hot Sauce Festival. Thank you to everybody who has watched on Facebook Live today, and also thank you so much to the sponsors of today's broadcast. It was a 30th annual, unique circumstances, obviously, but I think the Chronicle and everybody else did the best that we all possibly could with that, and that includes you. So thank you for watching, thank you for donating, and thank you to Orange Theory, also Real Ale Brewing Company, Central Market, Pure Gold Realty, Freestyle Language Center, and Rambler. And also thank you to everybody, once again, who donated to the Central Texas Food Bank. We are right there at that 1 million meal threshold. We only needed 25,000 meals going into today. We are right there. So if you have the opportunity, please go to austinchronicle.com/donate right now. Help us break the 1 million meal threshold. It's 1 million meals served through the Central Texas Food Bank in the 30 years of the Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival. We would be eternally grateful for those of you who can help out. My name is Trey Elling. I am normally on 104.9 The Horn, weekdays from 12 to 3. My show is called Shirts and Skins. Make sure to check me out there. Also, check me out on my podcast. That's Books on Pod. I speak with authors about their books. Recent guests have included Oliver Stone. We've also had the lead singer of Bad Religion on recently. And we'd love you to check that out. Search Books on Pod with Trey Elling wherever you listen to podcasts, or go to booksonpod.com. Thank you to everybody involved today. That includes, of course, the Austin Chronicle. Thank you to Emily and Jesse for thinking of me. I've had a blast today. Thank you so much to Dan for turning the dials behind the scenes. This has been a unique broadcast today. But again, I think everybody has done a fantastic job. And thank you for listening. Until next year, we'll be back in person this time next year. I will assure you of that. This is the Austin Chronicles Hot Sauce Festival.